Hi, this is Owen. I'm here with Fiona. We're just off Saltspring Island on Canada's west coast, and we're just going to do a quick demonstration of how to use the swing lift for lowering your outboard motor from the yacht rail down to the water to mount it on the dinghy. So to do this, I'll be using the main halyard. I've got it connected already to the swing lift's lifting strap, and then the swing lift is going to be guiding the motor as the halyard does the lifting. So I've already got this connected. I've loosened the clamps on the outboard motor. I have a safety tether. I always connect a safety tether to the outboard just as a backup. So I'm going to go ahead now and winch in the halyard, and you'll see it tighten up on the lifting strap and take the weight of the motor off the mounting bracket. Okay, I've tightened up the halyard. So what I usually do is I just tighten it up enough to take the weight of the motor, and then I can just lift the motor off the mounting bracket and lean it backwards with the swing lift so it's ready to lower into the water. When the motor gets raised up, the lifting hook engages with a catch here at the top of the swing lift. That holds it up against the swing lift frame, so as I ease the halyard, the motor won't drop downwards, the swing lift will pivot backwards the way we want it. So I'm going to go back to the winch now and ease the halyard, and you'll see the motor swing back and lower into the water. Now that I've lowered the motor to this point, you can see these restraining straps come tight, and that prevents the swing lift frame from rotating any further. Now as I continue to ease the halyard, the lifting strap will slide through the end of the frame. The motor will lower straight downwards on the lifting strap. I'm going to go back to the halyard winch now and ease the halyard some more. Now I've lowered the motor into the water. I'm ready to pull the dinghy over and pop the motor onto the dinghy transom. Once the motor's lowered like this, the lifting strap is free to pivot, so it's easy to orient the motor properly to put it onto the dinghy transom. You still have to do a bit of lifting to bring the motor onto the transom if you're doing this single-handed the way I am. But it's not that hard to lift because there's still tension in the halyard. There's still some elasticity in that line, so it still takes some of the weight of the motor and helps you to lift it up. So now is a good time to transfer my safety line onto the dinghy. Disconnecting the lifting hook from the motor harness is pretty straightforward. Just a matter of sliding the hook off of the handle on the harness. So now we're done. We've transferred the motor. I just need to tighten up the clamps, get the gas can, and we're ready to go. So I have the swing lift here. I already have the halyard connected to the swing lift lifting strap, so I can use my halyard winch to do the lifting. I'm going to grab the lifting hook, slide the lifting hook onto the handle of the outboard motor harness. I've already loosened the clamps for the outboard motor, so that's ready to go. I always keep a safety line connecting the motor to one boat or the other as a backup. So now's a good time just to transfer that safety harness from the dinghy over to the yacht. And there it is. I'm ready now to go to the halyard winch and start lifting the motor. One thing to remember, make sure you've got your dinghy painter attached to the yacht. Once I lift the outboard motor up, the dinghy's going to be free to go, so you have to make sure it's tied on somewhere. Okay, I'm just going to hop on board now and operate the halyard winch. You'll notice when I tighten the winch and lift the motor off the dinghy transom, the lifting strap is going to automatically orient the motor in the proper direction for the lifting process. So you'll see it come off the transom and then pivot around into the right direction. I'm using a power winch, but you can do the same operation with a manual winch and a winch handle. So I usually raise the motor just to about this position. It's very easy to just swing it forward. I've cleared the mounting bracket. If I just disengage the catch at the top from that lifting handle, it drops down a little bit and it's free now to slide straight downwards as I ease the halyard. So I'm just going to go to the halyard now and ease it, and you'll see the motor drop down onto the mounting bracket. Okay, so that's about it. The swing lift is up on the yacht. I can disconnect my halyard now. Of course, I want to tighten up the clamps securing the motor onto the storage bracket, and then we're ready to go. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to visit our website. It's www.swinglift.com. That's swing-lift.com.